Hey everybody, I'm Sifu Bodhi. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be answering the question that so many of you out there have been asking me: how does Qigong heal the body? And if you haven't already, do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button. So in Qigong, you're going to hear it a lot. You're going to hear Yi Dao, Qi Dao. This basically translates to where the mind goes, the Qi follows. But really, what does that mean? And how does that affect healing? So we have to go through a few steps to really understand the Eastern philosophical approach to healing and understand really Chinese medicine, so we can really get what are these beautiful movements that we do and these breathing patterns do, how do they actually heal? So first we're going to use my little friend here, Bernard. Who's an AccuDoll. And basically this is looking at all the 405 acupuncture points on the body, and of course the meridians which they lie within. And it's the meridians that we really need to understand really understand how Qigong heals the body. So if you think of a human body, and you think we got skin, and then we got fat, and then we have fascia. And fascia really connects all tissues in the body. It connects skin, it connects muscles, it connects the organs of the body, it connects the bones of the body. It's inside it, outside of it, surrounding it. Fascia is everywhere within the body. And a really simple way to think about fascia, because it is filled with literally trillions of microscopic blood vessel and nerve ending, it is a point of connection between every structure in the body. It's really the internet of the body, if you want to think about it simply. It is a way for communication to happen between all tissues, where your brain talks to your liver, and your kidneys talk to your lung, and your muscles talk to your skin. The fascia is the way that all of these things connect. And a few thousand years ago, traditional Chinese medicine came to understand that there is arrangements in that fascia. And we sort of think about moving the arm, we think of the bicep flexing the arm, but the reality is there is a line of fascia that starts down at your hand and travels all the way up to your neck and face, and it's this all one long piece that connects your shoulder to your bicep, to your brachioradialis, and it moves down the chain. And so everything is connected by way of this highway of information. And what they came to understand is that there is arrangements in that connective tissue. And if you think of it like almost like an elastic band attached from here, stretched all the way down to here. And so when you move this, you're stretching that elastic band. Either you're stretching it or you're relaxing it. And whether you're stretching or relaxing it, you're activating information exchange through that tissue. So what they saw is that these arrangements that they could notice within that tissue, it looked almost like rivers, which they called meridians. And slowly over time, now we're talking over literally hundreds and hundreds of years and over millions and millions of people of trial and error, they slowly mapped out access points, little buttons you could say, where they could activate different areas. You touch here, well, it has an effect here. And you touch here, and it has an effect here. And you keep checking, and over time you slowly map out the human body. And you map out different rivers that affect different organs, different tissues, and you map out different buttons, different acupressure or acupuncture points that have an effect on the body. Now, this is where Qigong comes in, because Qigong predates Chinese medicine, because before we could use a needle, we could use manual stimulation, what's called tuina or acupressure massage, but we could also use movement. And as long as we can understand that when we activate certain tissues, first there is a thought, first there is a mental connection to that tissue. Brain saying move arm, flex bicep, turn wrist. And in time, that turns into a beautiful movement that we call a specific exercise. But first there is that connection, and there is a directionality of that connection. And that's where Yi Dao, intention, focus, Qi Dao, where the mind goes, where the intention goes, the energy, the Qi follows. And now if we can focus on an area that, say, for example, runs down the outside of the bicep and the inside, just on the radial edge, so the radius is the bow next to your thumb. If we run down that front portion of the inside of the arm, you may remember from many of my videos, this corresponds to the lung channel. And meaning that this arrangement of fascial fiber stimulates the function and health of the lung. And the more we stimulate it in a loving and compassionate way, a positive way, the more the lung responds to that. If we slap and injure and hit that area, we create stagnation. And that's why we've got to be very mindful when we're doing waking up the chi. That gentle, loving touch stimulates movement, whereas hard, angry, aggressive, forceful touch creates stagnation. And once again, it's all intention. It's the intention that creates everything. So we design a movement or we follow a movement now that flexes and extends the arm specifically down that fascial line, that meridian. And then we realize and we understand that it has a connection to this tissue, specifically the lung. Now, if we understand also that certain emotional qualities, sadness, grief, depression, injure the lung. They say that it consumes lung qi. But happiness, a big, beautiful smile, actually activates and innervates the lung. So now when we do our physical movement, and literally we could just be doing this. Now we can do beautiful, soft things, but yeah, we could just be doing this. And we could be smiling, and we can be thinking a happy thought as we focus on the stimulation, basically thinking about what we feel. Not thinking about stuff, but making a connection to what we feel. And many of my masters have always said, don't overthink Qigong. You want to feel, you want to feel, you want to feel. For me, I also love to understand the science behind it. From someone with a Western science mind, I want to understand what's going on in the body. And that allows me, in my personal opinion, to make a deeper connection to what I feel. Now, you have your mind focused on the tissue moving. You have your emotional focus on happiness and a smile and feeling light and open. And then you coordinate with that with your breath. So you breathe in and you breathe out. And you breathe in and you breathe out. Or you breathe in and you breathe out. Or you breathe in and you breathe out. Once again, you have endless permutations of how you can connect mind, breath, and body. And this is how it becomes a meditation. It's because you have all these crutches, all these things to anchor your mind, to connect it to the moment, so you're not thinking about the laundry and your taxes and what you're going to do at work tomorrow and did you get ready for dinner tonight. All those things that take us out of our connection to the moment. And it's a connection to the moment when we heal. And by connecting to the specific meridian in the moment, we can heal that meridian. And as we heal and move energy through that meridian, we can heal that organ. And this gives us incredible power to heal our mind, our breath, and yes, our body. And for thousands of years they have used this because it works. And that's not to say that we forget about Western medicine. I don't forget about the 20 years I was doing rehab, working with athletes, training people, fixing shoulders and backs and knees because I went back to school to study Chinese medicine. No, I integrate the two. We want to use whatever tool is the right tool to get the job done and make our body heal. But the reality is where our mind goes, our energy follows. And if our mind is always in the past, angry, irritated, stressed about things, we create damage. If our mind is always in the future, worried, pensive, overthinking about things that haven't happened yet, we create damage, in that case, to the spleen and our digestion. But when we connect to the moment, when we set our intention to connect to a specific movement, and we realize and understand that when we feel that stretch or we feel that flex, it activates that meridian. And when we fill that physical intention with an emotional, high vibrating emotional quality like happiness, like love, like understanding, like gratitude, this has an amazing scientific switch, an epigenetic switch, where it turns on our body's ability to heal. It shifts us out of a sympathetic fight, flight, to a parasympathetic rest, digest, and heal. And this amazingly powerful moving meditation designed to stimulate acupuncture stimulation, to stimulate energetic movement and activate cellular movement, cellular respiration, cellular divide in the body, is actually how Qigong heals. It's a lot to take in, but what you just got to remember is that when you connect, when you focus, you connect your breath to your body, connect your body to an intention, and always connected to an emotion, you actually can help yourself heal. Just got to give it a try. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you learned something. As always, do me a favor, share this video with your friends, your family, someone who could use it, someone who's been asking that question. How does this stuff you see people doing in the park, what does that actually do? It does a lot. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.